Welcome back. We've heard from a lot of Microsoft team members, so now we're going to turn the tables and hear from a customer about their digital transformation journey. Josh squeezed one more chat in today. Check it out.
With Mike Meadows, the Vice President and CTO at Eli Lilly and Company. Mike, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's good to be here, Josh. Thanks.
Now you just came out of the general session with from Modern Teamwork, and we want to talk a little bit about digital transformation.
Great.
First question is, everybody defines digital transformation a little differently. How would you say that you and Eli Lilly as a company define digital transformation?
Yeah, I mean, it's true that it has different connotations, and I'd say we use all of them, so maybe I'll just set that frame. We believe healthcare in general is ripe for digital transformation. Our CEO is really vocal about that in Forbes and other things, because the healthcare system as we know it today was designed at a time for a focus that today just leaves all kinds of gaps or opportunities if you look at it from a positive perspective. So that's true of healthcare delivery model. When you look at what we do as an innovative pharmaceutical company, even with those gaps and opportunities, we have to search out and work on our purpose. And we define that purpose as uniting caring with discovery to create medicines that benefit people all over the world. And in that purpose, whether you're a researcher on the very front end of that, trying to help with Alzheimer's or cancer or diabetes, or you're on the other end of the spectrum trying to engage patients in a new and different way, digital flows through all of that and everything in between. We have a saying inside the company we've had for some time called, and we say the patient is waiting, and we use that for sort of an inspirational or motivational force from a personal or humankind perspective. But lately, we've also added to that, the patient won't wait. There are new services and capabilities and offerings that are digitally based, and they take time out of our patent protection window. So it's much more than discover a molecule, use it for its patent life, and then move on to the next. Digital is providing opportunities. Anyway, that increased competitive pressure puts incredible incentives on us to be faster, more efficient, and generally more productive. So that's digital transformation, looking at it from the products we develop and the patients we engage. There's also the whole underlying aspect that about workforce productivity and how we collaborate, and that's where a lot of the stuff we're talking about here at Microsoft this week comes into play.
Absolutely. And so along that line with the productivity aspect, I understand that Eli Lilly is currently on a journey of digital transformation and that Microsoft Teams is a core piece of that. Can you describe where exactly Eli Lilly is in that journey currently?
We're, I'd say, fairly early on, but promising. So we've been in the email aspect of Microsoft 365 for some time, and we've been Outlook users for years. To the point, like many people, it's been so successful it gets abused or overused. And we feel like capabilities like Teams offers will help us generate productivity beyond the overused mailbox. So capability to have components of groups that are focused on a particular mission, and now their workflow and their documents and their ongoing interactions aren't reliant on the next monthly meeting. It can continue in a very productive fashion over time. So we have about 300 use cases. I don't call them pilots because we proved it out. It's about adoption at this point. And we're doing that from both perspectives. Grassroots, we have about 300 teams scattered all around taking advantage, but one of those teams includes our executive committee that is using Teams to drive their processes and communication, again, using those timeframes in between meetings as well as meetings.
Perfect. Which component would you say, as a final question, which component of Microsoft Teams would you say you think will most transform or most streamline productivity within Eli Lilly?
I think it falls in the camp of keeping as much as possible the communications and the documents and the related decisions within the frame of that content versus being scattered across everything you as an executive or a worker might be dealing with. So I think that focus is what has crazy potential for increased benefit. Then you add in Teams meetings capability and Surface hubs and all the things that can make that collaboration even more productive, and you can really have some potential.
Wholeheartedly agree. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I hope that you have a great rest of the conference.
Great, appreciate it.
All righty, we are back, and I have three of the community reporters with me, Tracy, Jen, and Raymond. How are you?
Doing fine. Great, thank you.
Awesome, but before we chat with you, we're going to go around the world Not really. We're going to go around where we are here. It's going to be pretty fun. We have Paula and Tony. Let's see what they're doing out on the show floor.
Hi, so it has been amazing so far. So the whole day has been very intensive. So their technical keynotes were very inspiring, especially the part about security, when we could hear about different Microsoft 365 solutions. And there were also some parts for developers. So in general, very inspiring day, showing of what is coming in the future within the technologies, and also pointing the importance of building a good security posture for the organizations. And I'm looking forward to many different types of sessions on security and also on automations within a week. So fingers crossed, and I'm pretty sure that Ignite attendees is going to be very happy.
Fantastic. What about you, Tony? What you doing, my friend? How's everything going
So
over
for
there?
me today, it was really exciting. I started off with the keynotes from Satya, and I would say that was really enlightening, especially the bits about the open data initiatives between the three companies. And then after that, I made my way to the expo hall, where there was just so much fun. And there was a lot of swag to collect. There were a lot of cool things on display, and I would say I really had a lot of fun. My feet hurt right now, so I just need to sit down at some point. And I mean, today is just the first day. There's still so much more content coming to you for the rest of this week. I'm specifically looking forward to, all things dev, especially around .NET, Visual Studio, and then even over to Azure. But yeah, apart from that, I would say Ignite has been super exciting. I am expectant, and I'm really looking forward to what else it has to offer. So thank you, everyone. Over to you, Seth.
You have been amazing community reporters. What was your favorite part of the day? One thing real quick from each of you. Favorite part of the day? I guess they can't hear me. I guess the favorite part of the day was when they got to be community reporters. I mean, I have to say it for them. I feel like someone has to, right? Okay, so we are going to go now live to, I think, Amy and Josh, who are out there somewhere. Amy and Josh, can you hear me?
Hi, Seth. Yep, we can hear you.
Fantastic. Tell me about your day. What's been the favorite part so far?
Well, a lot of people were talking all about the keynote, and there was a lot of excitement there. Well, there was some cool news coming out of that. I was most excited about the Modern Teamwork General Session. Really cool demos. There is all kinds of Microsoft Teams news that is just pouring out left and right. So that was a highlight for me today. Tomorrow, I am looking forward to the community socials taking place in the morning here at the MVP wall where we're at. The Microsoft Teams social will be happening, and that is definitely where I'll be. So, Amy?
Yeah, so there were two things that I absolutely loved about today. First of all, I spent most of my day over here in this section by the MVP wall because the Microsoft Mechanics Studio is right next door. I saw some amazing technical demos. That's what I love about Ignite. It's so technical. You just have to go look for it. So I saw AI in Office, something that I never thought that I'd see in my lifetime. So predictive search, you type in something about maybe a region that you're looking for and you get maps or photographs or facts that you can add into PowerPoint and Excel, for example. Ransomware protection right at the file level, which was really great, and then seeing a file restore. So pulling from OneDrive, watching a PC that was attacked by ransomware, just totally back to production status just at the click of a button, which was really amazing coming from a help desk background because I can remember those painful days of end users destroying their computers and oh my goodness, I don't know if I have a backup. I don't know if this backup is going to be good enough. So it's just so good to see Microsoft really taking care of the IT admins that have to deal with that headache for end users. And then I spent some time in the modern deployment booth because I have booth duty also as a Microsoft 365 speaker. It was so awesome to hear from attendees questions about how do I handle my migrations. I want to move to Windows 10. What's the right way to do it? Or I want to manage with Intune. So I'm super excited for that. And I have a session tomorrow morning also. So we'll continue that conversation tomorrow morning as well. So back to you, Seth.
Thanks so much. Can you hear me, or you can hear me still, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes we do.
If you could summarize your day in one word, what word would you both use? I want to hear. This is like a super hardball question.
If we could summarize our day in one word, what would it be? I'm gonna put Amy on the spot first.
Shiny.
Ooh, shiny. How am I gonna top that?
Yeah, you're not going to top that, bro. Don't even try.
Fantabulous.
He made up a word.
I'm making up a word.
That's how good we are at the community reporting. All right, thanks so much. Amy and Josh, you have been fantastic. It's been lovely being with you. And now, last but not least, we have Alex and Rick together. Can you hear me, Alex and Rick?
It was a fantastic day and still is. One of the highlights of the day, however, is that we found Magnus. Magnus, you found Sparking Space, right?
I did, absolutely.
How was your day?
It's been fantastic. I've been all over this place, the expo, all the places, and now this immersion zone, I've been like covering that from side to side. It's a cool place to be.
Brilliant. Rick, what about you? Have you wandered around here, the immersion zone?
So as you know, they sent me off to the South Keynote Hall. So no, I've not really seen things, but I want to call out two things that you've got to find when you come and look around here. The diversity zone that's over there, you can get really cool badges. Magnus thinks his says Networking Ninja about because he's cool and he talks to people. I want him to tell me about IPv4. Yeah. And the other thing, I talked to Rick Klaus earlier about Microsoft Learn. That's here too. You can talk to MCTs like Alex. What about yourself, Alex? What did you find cool?
Well, one of the things I really find cool and I want to call out is the MVP and RD wall, which is just about there. Magnus, did you see that?
I'm right on it. And the coolness is that they split my name in two. Yeah, they did. It's Magnus on one side of the MVP logo and Martinson on the other side. I'm going to go and take a photo of that right now.
Does that mean that you're all over the place?
I'm all over the place. I feel so divided.
Awesome. Seth, there you have it. A lot of energy. Everyone is fired up over here. Back to you.
Hold on, but Alex, before we go, can you give us a hard stare for everyone so they can see what I got to? Just a hard stare, and then we'll fade out on that. Fade out. Hard stare. This is amazing stuff. Man, give it to me. This is just amazing. Yes. Yes. That's what I wanted to see. Thank you so much. You two have been amazing. And now to finish up, I have my fine community reporters here. How are you doing?
Great. Very good.
Well, Raymond, why don't we start with you? Favorite part of the day? Anything takeaways from today?
Well, I did some really nice reports on what's happening here in the immersion zone, and the Microsoft Store was one of the favorites. Mm-hmm. And I really had a nice conversation with one of the attendees. It was also
there was a lot of people there buying stuff at the pop-up store, right?
It was great.
I need to go over there. It looks amazing. Thanks so much for your reporting today. Jen, what about you?
My favorite part of the day was interviewing James Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was an amazing chat about business applications platform and some of the announcements today. So the integration between the Dynamics CRM, LinkedIn, the Power Apps, where that's going and moving forward. So absolutely, that was my favorite part. It's always a pleasure to speak to James and the team.
Fantastic. So did you do any other interviews that were okay, like kind of okay-ish?
I got to speak to some of the attendees as part of the keynotes to get their reaction. It was so lovely to speak to them, and our attendees, they are doing such amazing things with Microsoft technologies. Mm-hmm. I just think that's just incredible. I found it incredibly inspiring. I would really encourage you as an attendee to speak to other people, find out what they're doing, really engage and network. They're doing some amazing things.
That's awesome. Those were the good interviews. My interview was the okayest one, I think.
I loved speaking to you. I really did.
It was okay-ish. Slightly below average, but right in there. You know, I almost got in there. Tracy, to finish up with you. What'd you like the most about today? Tell me about your session.
That's
you did one today,
course.
right?
No, it's not. But it could be you.
Oh, didn't you do a session today?
I did. That was my favorite part of the day.
Of course. Tell us about that session.
I did. So at about 3 o'clock, I did the session about the digital first business mindset. And I had such a great crowd. It was really cool. I mean, thanks for everyone that was there. It was just amazing. And I had good questions afterwards and good engagement. And it's nice changing the way people think about things. That's what I love doing.
Fantastic. Well, I love your pants. I wish I had some colorful pants. If you can't see them, they are like literally blinding. I can't.
Can we get some crazy pants?
Yeah, I feel like we need some crazy pants for me. And they need to be really tight because I want people to throw up. All right, so let's do this. Right. Well, now before we go, because we're going to wrap up for today, there are still 4 more days of content coming to you live from this stage. But for us, it's goodbye. We created a little piece for you to remember us as we say goodbye. We'll see you next time. Oh, look, why don't you do this? Keep in touch with your community reporters by connecting with them on Twitter. That does it for day one of Microsoft Ignite. We can't thank you enough for tuning in and immersing yourself in all the latest tech tools and learning experience. Don't forget that we still, like I said, have 4 days of incredible speakers, sessions, and ideas. If you missed any of the live action from today, find us on demand. You can follow Microsoft Ignite to stay up to date and connected with the community and continue the conversation using hashtag MSIgnite on Twitter. We're leaving you with our favorite moments from the day. I'm your host, Seth Juarez, signing off. See you next time.
We are well and truly into this era of the intelligent cloud and the intelligent edge.
It was absolutely buzzing in that keynote.
We need tech intensity.
It's called the Surface Go. Super portable and lightweight.
That's a lot of amazing, man.
I am such a fan of Naomi Moneypenny.
Incredible learning, hands-on labs, certifications, all happening right here all week long.
I'm going to come over here and I'm going to spin it.
Isn't that cool?
I'm really excited to be here.